Hello, in this video I will show you how to caption your own videos completely for free using this n8n workflow that I have just created. So first of all, to set it up, we will have to install the NCA toolkit on our local machine, and we will have to install Minio, which will be our storage for this tutorial. So I have prepared already these two Docker commands for you to run easily both of the tools, the NCA toolkit and Minio. For Minio, all you have to do is just copy this command. It will be running on two ports, one for the API and one for the user interface that you will be seeing later. You will give it the user and the password for the user interface, of course, and then we'll go to deploying NCA toolkit using Docker as well. It will be running on the 8080 port. You will have to give it the API key. This one will be using later on to authenticate and do the API calls. For the arguments, as you can see here in the GitHub repo, it is asking for the S3 endpoint, which will be the Minio endpoint that we have deployed. So that is why I put host docker.internal 9000. The access key, I will show you how to get it. And then the bucket name will be the bucket that you will create inside Minio. So all you have to do is just open up CMD and then run both of your commands. So run this Minio first. And then before you run the second one, you will have to, once Minio has finished deploying, you will have to go to Minio, of course. You will have to log in with your credentials that you have put in here, which will be admin and password 123. And then you will be redirected to this interface. You will have to click on create bucket, give your bucket a name and then create it. And then it will be something like this. You will have to click on it. You will see the access policy. Just click on it. It will be private. Just switch it to public. And then after that, we have created our bucket. So we'll copy the name and put it in the bucket name argument here for the NCA toolkit. And then we will have to get the access key and the secret key. For that, you will have to go to access keys and click on create access key and then create it. You will have to copy the access key and put it here, and then copy the secret key and put it here as well. For the region, keep it at none. It doesn't matter. After you have done that, we'll have all of our arguments filled. So the endpoint, which will be the Minio URL, the 9000 port, the access key, we got it from here, the secret key, we got it from here as well, and the bucket name, which will be the name of the bucket that we have just created. We are now set to run this command in the terminal and wait for it to pull the Docker image and then deploy it. After it has done that, we'll be all set to go, and then we'll go to our n8n workflow and we'll be creating this video caption workflow. So first, it will be empty for you, of course, if you have created a new workflow. So right click and click on create node, look for form here and then click on it, and then go to triggers and then click on new n8n form event. It will give you something like this. You can give your form a title, of course, and then you will have to add a field called data, which is element type file, which will be the file that we're gonna upload. And then you can specify, I guess if you're using only videos, you can specify the extension that you'll be using, only .mp4, etc. We have set our first node. After that, we will take the file that we submitted into the form and then upload it into our Minio storage. So again, right click on add node, look for S3. It will be like this. So here, look for the upload file action. It will be something like this. You will have to set your credential first. So click on create new credential. For this, you will have to paste in the URL that you have for Minio, which will be this one. For my case, I haven't deployed n8n on a Docker, so I use the npx n8n command. So it will not work if I put just host docker.internal because n8n is not on Docker. So you'll have to change this part to localhost. And then you're set to go. The region, you can keep it to whatever. The access key, you can copy the access key that you have put in the Docker command here to run the NCA, as well as the secret key. You can copy it as well here and paste it, and it will work. Just like that, you have set your S3 credential. So you will have to go here, specify your bucket name. So it will be NCA toolkit here, as you can see here, NCA toolkit. And then for the file name, you will have to execute the previous node to test the upload system. So we'll go here. Okay, we have pasted it. So open the schema tab here, and then you will have to map the file name directly here. So that will work. And then the input binary field, it will have to be data, just like you have put inside here, which is your data there. So it will work just fine. We have finished with the S3 node. So the API, the NCA toolkit API requires a URL for the file. Somehow the S3 node will not give you a URL after it finishes uploaded. So you'll have to create your own URL. Luckily enough, we have this this code, you can copy it here. For this, the const name, the name, you can just drag and drop the file name into here. It will give you something like this. So the URL must be in this format, host docker.internal nca toolkit / and the file name. And that way you can access it and you can pass it, and then it will return the URL. After we got our custom URL, we can pass it to the nca toolkit, which is the API. So for this, you'll have to right click on add node and look for HTTP. Go to HTTP request. It will be a node like this. You will have to set the method to post. And then for the URL, if you have deployed n8n on Docker, it will be docker.host.internal here instead of localhost. If not, just keep it to localhost and then copy this URL and then copy and paste in this URL. For the authentication type, just keep it to generic credential type. Generic auth type, keep it to header auth. And then for the header auth, you will have to create a new one. For this, you can see here, it will have to be for the name x-api-key. And then for the value, you will have to copy and paste the API key that you have set here. So for my case, I have set it to the key. So put it that. If you had changed this in the Docker command, so you'll have to copy the exact API key that you have set there and then save it. For the request body, it has to be this body here. So instead of the video URL here, just delete this and then paste in this URL, and then you will be set to go. Pause the video and copy it, or you can go to the GitHub and then look for the sample request and then paste it in here. So yeah, we're set to go. So now we will have to test our workflow. Just click on test workflow. It will ask us to upload a video. So click on choose files and then select the video that you want to caption. For my case, I use the sample video provided by Steven here. So yeah, click on submit. Give it a bit of time to execute the captions and apply them. And then after some time, you will see that it has finished executing. You can go to this node. You will see the response URL. So if you paste in this URL in your browser, or you can add another node to download this video directly. Let's go ahead and paste this in our browser. You will have to change this to localhost for this to work. So as you can see, it finished downloaded. So I can open it and see the video.
You got to keep people moving forward.
Yeah.
There's all these gimmicks in the school community. You got to keep people moving forward.
Yeah.
There's all these gimmicks in the school communities around like trying to stimulate.
And yeah, as you can see here, it has created the captions for us. It is pretty accurate and you can see the active word in a different color. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and found it useful. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll be seeing you in the next tutorial. Goodbye.